Hey guys, it's me, Keisha, and I am here with this week's All Tea, All Shade, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Season 13, Episode 14 review. Next week is the season finale episode. We got another season down, so be on the lookout. This Sunday, I'll be posting my Love and Hip Hop Confessional Looks review video, so make sure you guys tune in to that. Now, on this week's episode, we pick up where we left off last week with Momma Dee spilling the tea to everybody at dinner that Sierra told her Salma was cheating on 24, and 24 is freaking out. So he's trying to go back to his room. He's trying to get away from everybody. He does not want to talk. Momma Dee, Spice, and Brittany and Carly call Sierra to ask, is this true? Is Zay's brother having an affair with Salma? Now, here goes Sierra talking about some, I don't know. And Momma Dee was like, now, wait a minute. I know you not about to sit up here and try to act like you didn't tell me that. Like, keep it real. Be honest. So Momma Dee at this point is pissed off because it's looking like she's starting stuff for no reason, right? So when Carly is by herself, her and Spice, they ask Sierra again, and she admits that, yeah, she did tell Momma Dee that. So they was like, oh, so you did say that. Okay. So she was like, look, I don't really want to get into it. Y'all need to talk to him. So they were like, well, add him on FaceTime. So they FaceTime Cooley. He sleep. And they wake him up and they ask him, is he smashing Salma? And he was like, yeah, recently. And they like, oh my God, OMG, we cannot believe this. So 24, like I said, is trying to go back to his room. He is upset. Zane and Scrappy are trying to talk to him, trying to calm him down, trying to explain things, but he don't want to hear it. He want to be off camera. He's taking off his microphone and everything. So then we switch back to Carly, who calls Salma on the phone and was like, girl, you need to get back here because 24 is crashing out. He is freaking out. And she was like, what? What's wrong? And she was like, I don't know. He don't feel well. His blood pressure is low or something like that. You just need to get back. Because Spice telling her, don't tell her over the phone. So she was like, oh my God, okay. So she's trying to call him, but he's not answering the phone, right? And so she's just asking the driver to get her back to the resort as soon as possible. And everybody in the car with her is like, what's going on? She was like, I don't know. They just telling me that my husband don't feel well or whatever. So then we see Scrappy and Zane following 24 into his room, and they're steady trying to calm him down and talk to him, even though he's saying he does not want to talk. Now, I don't know if the producers were telling them to keep on trying to talk to him or what, but I wish that they would have just given him the space that he needed and stopped badgering him at that moment, because obviously it was a situation where he felt embarrassed. He felt bamboozled. He felt taken aback. He probably felt set up. He didn't know who he could trust in that moment. And he probably had a whole bunch of thoughts going through his mind, because we all know how reality TV work. And this probably was one of his fears coming on to a platform like this. So as they're in the room, he asks if they knew about this so-called rumor. And Scrappy was like, ugh. And so Zane was like, yeah, I did. And 24 was like, well, why you ain't tell me then? And Zane says, because it was your anniversary. I've been trying to pull you to the side this whole time to tell you. And 24 ain't buying it. He is not buying it at all. And I agree with him not buying it, because if you really wanted to tell me, you would have told me. And you have not been trying to find the best time to tell me, or you trying to pull me to the side. At least we have not seen Zane doing so. What we've seen Zane do is go to everybody that is on the trip to ask them what would they do if they were in this position, instead of going to the source and telling him first. This should not have been a conversation for anybody else, except for maybe Scrappy, because this is Scrappy's longtime friend. That's the only person that he could have had or should have had this conversation with outside of 24. And you had ample opportunity to talk to him about this before y'all even went on the trip. So Zane, you could stop it. You were being messy. So 24 was like, so you seen it yesterday. You seen it yesterday, because he had said that he saw the text messages. He was like, I mean, you still ain't said it, spit it out. So prior, he had said to them, y'all don't know what marriage is if y'all ain't been married as long as me and my wife has. Y'all been in relationships, y'all married, but y'all ain't been in the trenches as long as we have. So Scrappy says to him, if you think my marriage don't count, that's fine. And he was like, nah, I didn't say that. I didn't say that or whatever. And Zane was like, you said ours didn't count. Scrappy then taps and slightly pushes Zane to tell him to chill so he can talk. Now, he wasn't trying to sun him or belittle him or punk him or nothing like that. He was just simply trying to tell him, let me talk to him. This is my partner. I got this. But Zane was feeling ganged up on in that moment because 24 wasn't really trying to listen to him. Scrappy kept on over talking him. It was just a lot going on. And you know how men get in egos, get to tap dancing. So Zane was like, don't put your hands on me, dog. He was like, y'all tripping. Don't touch me, dog. And Scrappy was like, I'm going to touch you, my nigga, and pushed him for real this time. And so Zane tried to swing, but security breaks it up or whatever. And he called Scrappy a pussy or whatever. And Scrappy was like, what you say? What you say? And so they escort Zane out, right? And Zane in his confessional says that he feels attacked by a majority of the cast. He got into it with Spice, Mandices, Scrappy, now 24, Carly. Like, it's just been one incident after the other. But my thing is, you brought on every last one of those beefs. Nobody started with you. You did all this because you a messy little biznai. You are a little girl. So 24 in his confessional says, I expect Sierra to lie out them lips. And I was like, now, wait a minute now, sir. What we not going to do is comfort anybody's physical appearance, 24. Because you look like a smooth 48 hours. Like, nigga, whoa. Like, Sierra's my girl. I don't even know her, but that's my girl. And one thing about it, she ain't lying on your wife. And your wife got big lips. And you got big ass titties that we gonna get to in a minute. So he says, you know, to Scrappy, like, I don't know him like that. Talking about Zane. He was like, I know you cheat on your wife. I do know that. And so remember, Zane was trying to act like 24 and him been knowing each other for a long time when he was telling everybody this man business. But come to find out, they ain't even friends like that. So that was another reason why he looking at him like, get the fuck out of my face. Like, who are you? Right? So that's another strike for me against Zane because he lie. He do too much. He stir up drama like a little bitch, and I just can't respect his little bitty ass. Like, he gets on my motherfucking nerves. He like a gnat. Like, you just want to swat his ass. But like I said, Salma was calling him. He ain't answering the phone while they in the car. Meanwhile, Sierra had called Erica Banks and was like, you know, where you at, who you with or whatever. She was like, we in the car. What's going on? Like, da, da, da. And she was like, is Salma in the car with you? And she was like, yeah. She was like, I don't want nothing to do with that girl. And so she was like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to call you later. Because Erica like, oh my God, I don't want to be in the middle of this. Now, I don't know if Salma heard her. I would think that she did hear her because she was on speakerphone, but we didn't see her say anything. So Salma gets to the room and she like, what is going on? What's going on? Are you okay? And so he playing it cool. He was like, yeah, I'm good. Everything is good. And Scrappy was like, look, sis, y'all need to talk because it's bad. And so she steady looking like, what the fuck is going on? So Scrappy leaves the room and she was like, I will take this mic off and they won't get nothing. Like, what is going on? And so at this point, 24 get the unbuttoning his shirt, child. And all I saw was a bunch of hamburger meat on his chest and some Queen Latifah titties. Y'all remember when Queen Latifah did that? I think it was an HBO film where she played some like legendary like jazz singer. It came out like maybe 10 years ago. And remember she did her first topless scene and she had them long mammy titties. That's what 24 titties was looking like. He had a full D cup and they was flat and saggy, child. And I'm just looking like, I know why she cheat. Like, cause you not gonna tell me that like she just love everything about him. Like, I know, to each his own, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. My eyes ain't beholding nothing that way. But I don't know if they got together super young. Obviously, they probably did. Maybe he looked different back in the day or something. Maybe he was slimmer. I don't know. But the whole time he was having that conversation and he bugging his eyes and he just looked like a jigaboo. He looked like Miss Silly. Everything you think of is gonna go to hell until you do right by me. He just looked like a slave. Like, look at him, massa. You don't know nothing about my wife. Whoa. Oh. He just looked like I'm sorry. He's just not an attractive man. I'm sorry. He's just simply not. And like, I get why she cheat. Maybe she's with him because she feels obligated because they've been together for so long. And she did say that he does have health issues. So maybe that's why. Maybe it is because he go hard to take care of her and she ain't got to really do nothing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, she playing that man for a fool. A fool. Because he was ride or die for her. He was like adamant that y'all are lying on my woman. And it's like, oh, po tink tink. So back in Atlanta, Sierra invites Bambi, Jessica, Rashida, and Kirk over to have a little kickback at her house and eat. Bambi bring her kids with her, so she ain't got to cook dinner for them little badass motherfuckers. And I'm going to go on record again and say I love Bambi's hair. I love her wearing this shoulder-length hair, the flips. I just think it looks so cute on her, especially in that black. She need to keep her hair like that. But now it's time for a little Keisha's Theater Sierra edition. You look so cute. Hey, my babies. You don't even miss me. You treat me like a stranger danger, a Chester molester. You gonna treat your auntie like a stranger danger? Well, get TT a hug. I love you, Callie. Hey, Jessica. Sierra confessional. I invited everybody that didn't go on the Puerto Rico trip to come over to my little kickback shindig, you dig? And honestly, I really feel supported genuinely by the people I'm surrounded by right now. Like, I'm so happy. So very, very happy. Like, I'm really in the great space. Listen, y'all, I just want to do my quick speech. Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye. Before we get into eating this good food that I prepared with my beautiful hands, just know this year has took us on a real roller coaster ride. And it has shaped us and showed us what marriage was about. You know, for him, my man Zay, to know that he had to do some healing in here, inside his soul, inside his heart, and inside his mind, inside his brain, insane with the membrane, insane with the brain. Oh, God. He had to really ask himself, do I really want to be with this crazy bitch? What do I really want to be with her, or do I just really want to leave her ass, okay? And obviously the answer was no, because he's still here with me. But guess what? I'm here. I'm well. I'm healthy. I'm clean a red wine, but I still drink some Moe. I still drink, Reposado. I still drink Ciroc. I still drink Douce, but I'm not on antidepressants no more. I kicked that habit, y'all. All I take is Tylenol PM. Yes, but enough about me. Let's eat. Let's party. Let's eat this good old ghetto girl seasoning sold at a store near you. So, bam. Came to my grand opening, y'all, for Ghetto Girls Eats, my first store location. And I butter her up. I told her, bam, I'm tired of going back and forth with Momma Dee. And I'm tired of y'all going back and forth and involving me. Y'all squashed that shit, and she went and she met with Momma Dee. Can y'all believe that? Can y'all, I brokered a peace treaty, y'all. Yes, I did good. I did good. I should be a peace treaty ambassador. Baby co-signs that she did go and talk to Momma Dee, and that, they're going to take things one day at a time. And that Momma Dee went to Puerto Rico. So Sierra was like, okay, so she told you she was going. So to my understanding, what I need from you is understanding. How can we communicate if you don't hear what I say? So to my understanding, she wasn't going. So I was planning on telling Carly, since they're close. I heard some things through my husband's brother. I heard that, him and Salma was creeping around, fooling around. He showed me a picture. They like, this the girl I was going to do double dating with the other day. So it's Salma, y'all. She married though. That's what I said. So that's like what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, girl, what you saying? They're really, really, really talking. But by Momma Dee going to Puerto Rico early, she blurted it out in front of everybody. She said it in front of everybody, y'all. In front of 2-4 and everything. They said that man almost had a heart attack. Do you know what that would have did to me if that man would have had a stroke in Puerto Rico? Girl, he would have sued me for all the Ghetto Girl Eats. Y'all, the night that Momma Dee outed her, do you know that same night she Snapchat my brother-in-law, that same night asking him, if my husband leave me, are you gonna take care of me? Oh, hell nah. Yo. This is my question though, because it's 4 girls here. I bet you in the comments, when the girls find out that this woman is cheating, they gonna praise her. No, Kirk. They gonna be like, it's probably because he fat with a small private. Well, sometimes you gotta, peel the banana back to eat it. And scene. Yo, that whole scene was so freaking ridiculous. Sierra and Zay are meant to be together because they are both ignorant as hell and loves the mess. Like, you can tell it's her best friend. That is who she is meant to be with, honey, because they are two messy queens, all right? So Bambi, however, though, is shocked to find out this news because she has known Selma a long time through Scrappy. So then we have this weird ass scene of Kirk and Rashida at this like private schmeck's room with a heart-shaped bed and red satin curtains and stuff. And it got Schmeck's toys in there and somebody taking photographs and he take off his shirt. And I don't know what the hell we were supposed to get from that. I guess they was trying to prove to us that they got a sex life. And it's like, who do y'all think y'all fooling? If Kirk gonna be in a Schmeck's room with somebody, it for damn sure ain't gonna be Rashida. Okay? Because last I checked, her name was Rashida. Not Ricardo. Like, you can't tell me they have schmecks. Like, I can't even visualize them being intimate with each other. They literally just go to bed. I don't see them snuggling up with each other. I see them in the bed with their backs to each other. They don't even rub feet. Like, So back in Puerto Rico, the next day, Zane and Jock go on a walk on the beach to talk. And Zane tells Jock about everything that happened the previous night and how it was supposed to just be him, Scrappy, and 24 going to dinner so he could tell him. But Scrappy ended up bringing all these other people. And Jock was like, well, how do you know this information is true? He was like, because I saw the text messages and on the Uber receipt, it showed that she was dropped off at her address. So apparently Zane must know 24 and Selma's address. So Jock was just like, look, I'm going to be honest with you. If it was me and I found out some information on Ashley cheating on you, I wouldn't tell you nothing. I would just tell you to keep your eyes open. Because at the end of the day, you get back with your wife, she hating me now. That get between our friendship, and then it's just a bunch of mess. You know what I'm saying? So I understand where he's coming from with that. That's real true tea. But Zane was like, you know, I did it because I care. Like, he feels like he would have been remiss not to tell him. I think that Zane wanted to tell him because Zane likes the mess. He likes being in the middle of drama. He suffers from little man syndrome, okay? That's why he couldn't wait to tell it, to be involved, because he could have just kept that to himself when he found out, okay? So the crew goes to a rum tasting, except for Salma and 24, because, you know, they hiding out in their room. And Zane apologizes to Carly for disrespecting her, calling her out her name. And she accepts apology, but in her confessional says that she don't believe nothing that comes out of Zane's mouth because this is the first time that he's apologized for coming at her sideways. And he do need to be checked. He do need to be checked because why are you steady calling women out of their names? Why are you steady arguing with women? Just because y'all the same height don't mean nothing. Like, he hella disrespectful. Somebody need to slap the shit out of his little ass. So Carly says that Salma told her that this accusation is a lie and that Cooley is lying. Girl, Stevie Wonder can tell you cheating. So Jock says that he feels like Cooley, aka any man, shouldn't be putting somebody else's business out there. Like, if you doing dirt, do dirt, but leave it at that. Like, don't be running and telling everybody. Like, what's the point? But Rennie was like, it sounds like a bunch of people trying to defend actions that are effed up. If you want to do that, don't be in a relationship. 1000% agree. 1000% agree. But Jock was like, no, I'm a man. M-A-N. I shouldn't be telling anybody, any one of you, who I'm effing. Which is true, and that ain't got nothing to do with you being a man. But at the end of the day, you shouldn't be sleeping with nobody that's married or in a relationship, period. But all of y'all trying to make excuses because all of y'all cheating, like Rennie said. So Zane was like, but you shouldn't be cheating, though, especially if they out the country and they posting that shit. And I'm looking like, Zane, do you want to get punched in the throat? Mendices looked at him, and you could tell he was giving him that look like, this nigga keep on playing with me. But he remember, like, I'm a changed man. I got too much to lose. I ain't gonna even go there. But Zayn obviously is pressing Mandisi's buttons on purpose. And he even says in his confessional that he coming at him because he didn't like that Mandisi said that he's always in women's business. And it's like a hit dog will holler because it's the truth. He was trying to give you game, like to mind your fucking business, but you don't want to fucking listen. So, he then goes on to say, anybody that's cheating, whether it's Mandisi or Yandy, cheating peace. And Mandisi's like, hold on, time out. I don't like when people be in my business. I ain't in nobody business. And here go Ashley. Yes, you are. And Mandisi was like, I'm out of here. I love my freedom. Like, cause he know if he fuck this little nigga up, he ain't gonna do nothing but call the police or probably try to sue. Cause you know, they're both brokies. So he leave out the room and Zayn Thompson, you always walking away. No, nigga, he's saving your life. Mandisi's will literally put your ass through a wall. Shut the fuck up. Because if these security guards weren't around, you would not be popping it the way that you are. So after that, the cast goes outside to have lunch. And Mandisi was like, I don't give a fuck if you don't mind your business. Don't bring it to me. Go gossip. If that's your life, gossiping, you like to gossip, I like to make money. We're two different people. And I was like, yes, Mandisi's. Mandingo. You better talk about it because Zayn don't know nothing about that. Making a coin. That's why he on here fighting for his life, trying to keep his spot on this show, because he ain't got nothing else popping off in life, okay? So, here go Ashley. You're getting very defensive because of all the stuff that's going on between you and Yandy right now. And Mandisi was like, it's not about being defensive. And she was like, everybody sees what's going on in the blogs. Everybody cheat in peace. And it's like, Ashley, my love, if it was about everybody cheating peace, then you wouldn't have cared about the shit that went down last season with your husband trying to holler at old girl in London and you saw the fucking footage. Shut up, girl. Shut up. You wouldn't be over there on suicide watch when it came down to your husband taking care of a kid that wasn't his by a bitch that he was still cheating on you with. Like, girl, we're not about to do that. It's given very much y'all decided to come back this season and try to spray everybody with their own ish to keep the conversation off of y'all. And at some point, yes, it is working because we haven't been talking about y'all relationship this season. We've been talking about how y'all in everybody else's business. And so the cast need to peep game and start coming at y'all. Start digging up shit on y'all since y'all want to have an opinion about everybody's situation. Okay? And y'all didn't get that type of heat last season with the shit that was going on. Ain't nobody bringing up the stuff that y'all had going on. They gave y'all grace. And the fact that y'all acting like this is a turnoff. Y'all gonna make it so that ain't nobody gonna want to film with y'all, and it's gonna get y'all kicked off this goddamn show. You can't film if you don't have anybody to film with. If nobody likes you, and at this point, y'all have alienated half the cast, stupids. Oh my goodness. So now one thing I will say, I think that they bring the drama. I do, but you have to learn how to balance it out. And they have not learned how to balance it. They doing team too much. So, Mandisi was like, how do you know it's cheating? How do you know how we set up? True facts, because we don't know what's going on in these people's household. We do not. So Ashley was like, so are you going to tell us or not? Is Yandy cheating on you? And Mandisi was like, no. And Zayn says, well, the reason I was playing with Mandisi is because you was in my business the other day. And Rennie jumps in and was like, you made a joke about everybody's business. He made a joke about yours. So Zayn, of course, like the little sassy bitch he is, goes back at Rennie and was like, I made a joke about you. You cheated like I cheated. And Rennie was like, I never cheated. Zayn was like, but didn't you get kicked out the house? Because my friend said he saw you in a car. If I was Rennie in that moment, I would have been, look at her, you little tree stump. Okay? Look at her, you little hobbit. You little garden gnome. Why are you even talking to another man about what's going on in my motherfucking life? Bitch, do you want to be me? Do you want my curves? Do you want these titties? Do you want this height? Because it's giving you want to be me, bitch. Were you born in the wrong body? Are you miserable over there with that wicked witch? Because why are you talking? My friend told me that. What kind of man is sitting up here talking to another man or another bitch, however, about a girl and her what she got going on in her household? Do you hear how you sound right now, nigga? But you want us to believe you so tough? Girl, if you gonna fight a third grader and get the fuck out my face, you little bitch. Girl, that was such a turnoff. And Ashley, they panned the camera on her. She had a look on her face like, oh, I wish he wouldn't do that. Yeah, because it make you look crazy that you even married, standing beside somebody that sit up here and argue with females about, well, you cheated and I heard you got put out the house. Like, ew. Take your ass on Drag Race. You don't need to be on VH1, bitch. You need to be on the Logo channel. Like, girl, Wow Presents, ma'am. Ew. So Ashley then get up and walk away because she says she feel like she can't get close to nobody in this cast because no one wants to talk. It's not about people don't want to talk, bitch. It's about the fact that you keep on coming for people and their relationships and stuff, and ain't nobody coming for y'all. Chill the fuck out. Are y'all being the producer's puppets? So then Zane get up and he go for Carly again, talking about Carly got wrinkles on her face and this, that, and the third. And it's just like, do you gain some type of superpower by coming at women and calling them out their name and talking about their appearance? What is that getting you? Because last time I checked, you ain't winning no beauty contest, okay? Ain't nobody looking at you and be like, ooh, Zane can get it. Ooh, he is fine. You literally look like a man boy. You look like a sixth grader with a goatee. You look fucking ridiculous. You and your little baby muscles. You shouldn't even be on this show. You don't even make the height requirement, nigga. You ain't had a hit song since 2005. The only thing you've done since then is had a little guest appearances on a couple of little shows doing acting. The last gig that we know you had before you stepped your ass on this show was when you was on BMF for that season. Other than that, what the fuck are you doing? We ain't heard you writing the song for nobody, writing no lyrics, going on nobody's tour. Hell, your ass ain't even been invited on the, what's the little tour with B2K and them? The Y2K tour, whatever it's called. They ain't even ask your ass to come on that motherfucker. And everybody be on that. You ain't got shit popping. I can't even put a gun to your head, name 5 Zane songs. How you did? Girl. You big gosh dressing ass motherfucker, big Gap kids wearing nigga. The fuck out of here. You in grade school sneaker size shoes. Bitch, fuck you. Like, Zane is such an easy read. Such an easy read. And your bitch is an easy read too. Because how you get her is when you tell her she's fucking stupid. Because she knows that it's the truth. Because you are dumb. Nobody feels sorry for you, Ashley, that you have wasted 12 years of your life on a little person. Now we know not only are you a bird in your marriage, you a shitty ass mama. Like, girl, get the fuck out of here. You and that nigga need to get the fuck off this goddamn show because y'all done pissed me off and had me going off on y'all. But yeah, they seriously need to get somewhere and sit the fuck down because I ain't got time for Zane nor Ashley. Somebody gonna slap the shit out of one of them and I'm going to sit back and holler and laugh. And one of these niggas gonna punch Zane in his chest. And that nigga gonna be crying. Like, Mendices is not the one to fuck with. Like, literally. He was literally sparing your ass. Stupid. Ew. Anywho, I'm gonna give this week's episode of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta an A because it made me mad, obviously. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about this week's episode. Like I said, next week is the season finale. I will see you guys then. Please make sure to thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on your post notifications so you know my videos drop. I love you guys, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.